Rowing was probably the single best decision I've ever made. I've been around the sport for 6 years now, and there's not a waking hour that goes by that I don't think about it. I've been off the team for 2 years now, and I still talk to people on it every single day, both on and off the team. I'm involved in the alumni organization now, just wanting to give back to the team that gave so much to me. I think it gave me a lot of confidence, really helped bolster my resume. I think it got me the job that I have today. It instilled a diligent work ethic, which in today's world is a very important component of being a good employee.
I really think that it's been one of the most crucial aspects of my college experience, and it's really shaped me into the person that I am today. And I don't know that I've taken anything bad away from rowing. Everything that it's given me has been beneficial, both to who I am as a person and an athlete and a student. It's made me more mentally and physically tough, and realized that I can handle a lot more than I thought I could.
It's taught me how to work hard, how to sacrifice for a team, how to dedicate myself not just for my own success but for someone else's, and how to put myself pretty deep in a hurt locker to come out the other side, and things like that. I mean, yeah, you'll learn them in sports, but you'll never learn them quite as well as you do while rowing.
Rowing taught me how to fail, I think is the rowing's biggest, in sport in general, but for me that was rowing. Rowing taught me how to fail, and taught me that I can work really hard, or what I think is really hard, to try to accomplish something, and it won't be enough. And to learn that that's not the end of the world, that you can fail to achieve what you want, and you can still get something out of it. It can still be a valuable experience.
It's made me who I am. I'm interviewing for jobs, and they're asking me, it's like, we see, you really don't have many internships or co-ops, why is that? And my answer is because I rowed in the summer. Because the things I learned in a boat were more important to me than things I can learn doing a job that I may not have in 3 months. Rowing I'll always have until I can't physically walk a boat down to a dock and get in it. I will always be able to row.
OSU crew has made me a much more ambitious person than I ever was before. High school, I kind of did it, just got through it. Wouldn't say I necessarily excelled in any one thing. When I came to the crew team, I finally fell in love with something, and it was something that you had to work tirelessly for. It wasn't a hobby or an activity or anything like that. It was a full-fledged lifestyle, and I love that. I wouldn't have had it any other way. It was one of those things where the more you put in, the more you get out of it, and if I had to do it all over again, I would do it the exact same way.
So it really satisfied me physically, and then socially, it just obviously opens up so many doors. Like I said, with some of my friends from high school, and now my friends with college, these are some of the best friends I've ever had, and that's a huge positive influence. And I guess more specifically, since I do want to go to medical school, it has been a great networking opportunity for me. One of the rowers that graduated a few years ago before me here at OSU is currently in OSU's medical school. So he's given me so many great perspectives on what it's like to be a medical student here. And that's someone I probably would never have spoken to if it hadn't been for our common bond of rowing. I guess I really owe my entire physical, emotional, social, professional life to rowing. It's a good way to put it.
Ohio State is a very big place. And one of the things that I really liked about the team was that it made a very big place a little bit smaller. And I think that one of the ways that you succeed here is that you find a group to sort of navigate the waters with. Because it's very easy to get lost at a place like Ohio State. So I would say, in large part because of rowing, my experience was positive. There were some bumps along the way, but I certainly owe Ohio State for where I am today. Well, I'm back here working, so it couldn't have been all that bad.
I think, well, as far as rowing, it set me on a path that I never thought I would go on. Like, Ohio State crew, like, introduced me to the sport. I fell in love with it because of them, and it's one of those things where, like, without Ohio State crew, I would not have been an Olympic rower. There's no way I would have been able to do it. I just wouldn't have found it anyplace else the way I did, and that's huge.
Stick with it. It's going to be kind of tedious at the beginning. You're going to do a lot of training. It's not going to feel right. You're going to feel like you're not really accomplishing anything, but that's how it is with anything new, and you really just have to stick with it because the payoff is amazing.
Stick with it. You know, the sport, there are some things about rowing that are inherently unpleasant. It is a very difficult sport, but it is easily worth the investment.
Definitely give it a shot. It's not a sport for everyone, but it is a sport that is the best decision I ever made. It's incredibly rewarding. It was an absolute blast. I just wish I could go do it all over again. And I would encourage anyone who's interested to check out the sport, check out the team.
Just be patient. Like, it's not, there's going to be a lot of bad strokes and a lot of frustrating times, but eventually it'll switch and there'll be more good strokes than bad strokes. It was a lot of fun. I mean, I can't even, it just was great. Like, it was why I went to school in the end. It was why I showed up every day, and I'll never forget it.